Hi, it's Ann from the Useless Crafter. This is my winner number 5. It's Robin Loves Pedro Silva. This one's a personal favorite of mine. Robin is awesome. She makes a comment. She gives me a lot of feedback. So I really, really appreciate her as a subscriber. And so when she responded to this giveaway, I was going to make it happen no matter what. So she really wanted to do the autism awareness ribbon, and I think it's a great one. You know, we don't see this a lot. And then when I pulled it up, I knew it was the one with the puzzle piece. I wasn't really impressed with the ones that we had in Design Space, unfortunately. So I did go on Etsy and I found this one, and it's just so colorful. I think it's going to look amazing in glitter cardstock, 30 inches. And it's one of those projects where you're helping somebody that you really like. And then their cause is such a good cause too, that overall, I just feel really, really good about this project. So not only am I going to show you how to make it in Design Space, I'm actually going to make it. I'm going to do this to the best of my ability and make it bring as much awareness as I can to it myself. So I'm super excited to make this and post it on Instagram and see, where it gets us, because um, it's hard to bring awareness to these issues until it hits home, right? And then it becomes a really personal fight. So I am honored to just do this. So anyway, enough of my talking. I'm sorry. I'm like gushing because I just think it's a very cool project. So, okay, first thing that I do with this is with Off the Mat, I normally, review the image and see, where do we need to be careful, or, where the borders are. This ribbon is so awesome because there are a bunch of small pieces, but not too many small pieces. At 30 inches, these puzzle pieces are going to be sizable. It's going to be bright, and all the colors are showing on there. So I don't think that there's really a good place to slice this per se. We're not going to need to slice any of the puzzle pieces. We just need to slice the black background of the ribbon. But like I said, it's everywhere. So this one, there's really no good place to slice it. We're just going to slice it and do it, and then you can see. But this is also a very easy one to do. So if you're starting out, I really like this one, and it's going to be pretty, and you're also bringing awareness and attention to this cause. So there's my little piece. All right. I tried to record this earlier, and Design Space was super slow, so I'm doing it again. All right, so let's move this out of the way. Let's talk about what we do. Like I said, this one we don't really need to analyze. We just need to make it bigger and just go. So let's turn this into 30 inches. So go up to the size. Keep your image locked. You want this, as it grows bigger, to grow out proportionately. So I'm going to type in 30 inches and just hit tab. And now it's going to make it 30 inches. And go down here, and I'm going to reduce this to 25%. That way we're not scrolling up and down and I'm not driving you crazy. Next thing we do is we're going to ungroup. We're going to bring out all the layers and put it to the side. So here's my red, blue, so like this. It really doesn't matter. I'm just kind of looking at this and seeing how it goes. Here's yellow. And then the last one is the blue, the light blue. Okay, so it's going to look like that. All right, so here's our ribbon. Go to Shapes. We're going to bring in our square, because currently our ribbon is 22 inches across and 30 inches down, so our Cricut cannot cut this, right? So here's our square. Go to size and make this 11 inches. You just need to type in 11 and hit tab. The other side will be 11 inches as well. Okay, so here's our first square. Duplicate that. And technically your Cricut can cut 11 and a half, but I don't want to deal with half inches. It's not worth the hassle. So let's select your first square. We're going to go to position. And right now it's at 17.11 and 4.11. Just round to the nearest whole number. So that's going to be 17 and that's going to be 4. So what I'm basically telling the system is this square go over 17 and go down 4, and that's the tip of our square. So this is just like graphing in math. This is your x coordinate and your y coordinate. If you move this one close enough, you don't even need to do the math. You can just go up here and round to the nearest whole number. So that's going to be 28 and 4. We can check our math. So this again at 17, your x-axis is 17. So plus 11 is 28, and there's 28. All right, so select both squares, duplicate, and I do this because I don't want to make my two squares flush again. Now I just need to make it flushed with the set of squares above. So again, if you put this close enough, you don't need to do any thinking. Go to, this will round up to 17, and this will round down to 15. And then we need one more set. So just go to duplicate. And for now, let's just put it here. And again, go up to your position, change that to 26. Okay, go over to your right-hand panel, scroll down, select your black background, and then go to Arrange up here in the toolbar and send to the front. So here we have our ribbon, and it looks like, you know, because it's 22, our squares are 11. So that means our two squares are only going to go to 22, not 22.26, not 22.26. So what I'm going to do is let's move this down a bit. Let's change this square to 11 and a half. There. Let's move this over just a little bit. There. So now I think everything fits. All right, so let's start slicing. I'm going to move this up. Sorry, I'm like really going in there. I want to move this up just a little bit. And the reason is because where it was sliced, I just want each one of these pieces to be big pieces. So like this square right here is one whole piece. The way I had it earlier, I think it would have cut it up into a smaller piece that I didn't want. So, okay, let's slice. If you remember slicing, you can only have two items at one time. So the square is one, and then our ribbon is the other image. So take your mouse and just grab the two items. You don't need to go all the way to the end where that square is, just enough to grab the two items and then slice. Because this is what's going to happen if you accidentally grab three items. So here I have my two squares, my two middle squares and the ribbon. So my slicing is grayed out down here. Okay, so just go back, grab enough of the two, slice. And we're just going to work our way around it. Slice. Don't worry about that. Slice. As long as we have our 6 pieces of the black ribbon, we're good. Keep slicing all the way around. All right, so here we go. And I always end up moving it over so that I can keep it in the right order. So I don't need to think about where each piece goes. And then that way too, I just grab this, all my slicing results, delete. Okay, so now each one of these, I want to make them separate. So what I'm going to do is bring in our square. We're going to slice out these pieces. The reason why we need to do it is, let me show you. One, right now our red is 20.44 by 26. So we don't even have the cardstock to cut this. And there's a lot of wasted space. We don't even if we could, we don't want to waste our space like that. So let's go in and I'm I'm not going to be the most efficient. I'm going to grab things as I see them. So like these two, I'm going to keep them together. So I want to grab my square, cover just those two pieces, grab my red and my square and slice. Because now you can get rid of this. These two pieces are now 3.45 by 4.3. You can cut that on your Cricut. Let's keep going. And I'm using the same square. So you see that? And I'm grabbing just enough of my image and the square to slice. Okay, if I'm really good, I should probably keep this, kind of give myself a visual, right? So there. Let's do these two pieces together. Oops. And just get rid of your slice results as you go along. So here we go. Let's move up. Let's grab these two right here. Okay, so this one, I see little pieces right here. Let's go to contour and let's just get rid of those two little pieces. There's no way we're going to keep track of those little pieces. We don't need it. That's fine. See, and then later we could even cut something like this, right? Okay, keep going. Let's move our square a little bit like so I can grab this piece right here. Okay. Right, here we go. Sorry. Let's try to, okay, there we go. I wanted to grab just that piece. Slice. Now we're going to need to do this with our yellow and our two blues, okay? It's not hard, so you can see we're just slicing away. Keep going. Maybe I can grab these two by themselves. Maybe grab these two together. Oops. Okay, we're almost done, at least with the red. All right, let's grab those two together and then we'll be done with the red. And you see I used the same square. It's totally fine. I don't need to move everything out of the way to do it. I just need to, grab the pieces that I need. So here we go. And then now this one's by itself. Oops, how did that happen? All right, so red is done. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to bring in a new square so that I have, I feel like, go to our shapes, bring in the square. Here's our square. And let's just make 2 more copies of this. Okay, I'm going to scroll over so that we have clean space. Let's do our blues. And I feel like design space is slowing down on me, so let me save this. last night I recorded and downloaded, and then it didn't save. So this morning when I went to go actually make this, it was from the beginning. So that was a little disappointing. Just a little. Okay. So I'm going to just grab through. Where did it go? Okay. There. It's really starting to slow down. All right. I'm going to slice out those 3 pieces. You can always tell when I start to get lazy. I'm not as efficient as before, right? Let's delete that. And then here's my 3 pieces. Let's take my square. Let's do come on, design space. Okay, here we go. Slice. Come on. All right, I'm not going to make you suffer through with me. You get the idea. Let me delete this. Let me show you a few things. Okay, let's see how big this piece is now. It's still too big. So I already saved it. So let's delete this. Let's delete these 2 for now so I can show you what the make it screen looks like. Why is it still incompatible? Oh, this square. Delete that. So let's go to make it. Okay, so here's our big background. Feel like we could probably get a couple pieces in, like this piece. Click on it, click on the 3 circles, move to another mat. Let's move it to this mat. And will it fit? Let me see. Oh, there. Perfect. So that works. Let's see. Can we consolidate anything else? I feel like we can consolidate this piece. Let's click on this, move this to another mat. I don't know if I'm being overly ambitious, but I feel like I can move it to that last black mat. Okay, let's see. Oops. See what that looks like. Oh, it's so close. Oh, do you see that? Okay, it is what it is. Let's move it back to its own mat. Okay, so we can click one of these empty ones. Okay, so that means we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of black cardstock. I highly recommend 65-pound cardstock. Get it when it's on sale. Here's our blue. Let's change this to 12 by 24 just so that everything is moved onto one mat and we don't have to move it ourselves. And look, you could you do that? You can. So you can see like we don't have to isolate each piece, puzzle piece, but you could still make this very efficient. The red will look more efficient. So let's go to 12 by 24 because we actually finished cutting all the red, if you remember, or isolating the red. So like this can go up maybe over here somewhere. Is this by itself? This is by itself. These 2 are not by themselves. Let's see. So now our red is all on 12 by 12 cardstock. We could probably do a better job but it's okay. This will be enough for me. All right, so I'm gonna guess that each color is one piece of cardstock. So you need 5 pieces of the black, 1 dark blue, 1 light blue, 1 yellow, and 1 red. Highly recommend using Cricut glitter cardstock. It's gonna look amazing. I think even my black cardstock on this one, just because I really want to make it so cool that it gets a lot of attention, I'm going to do black glitter cardstock. And then, so this whole piece is going to be glitter cardstock. All right, okay, so hold on. Let me cancel out of this now that I've shown you how to do it. And all right, I will see you after I cut this. Thanks, guys.